Hello there YouTube fans, here again. And I thought I'd do this one different. The light's a bit bright today because I've got a different channel and the light's a bit bright, so if you can barely see my face, I apologise. But it's just like an experiment because it's one way of showing my films. This film is one of my favourites by Eddie Murphy. That being The Golden Child. That's right. The Golden Child. I love this film. I loved it when I was a kid and I loved it now. You know what pisses me off? I remember ranting and moaning and whinging and crying the frigging river on the human centipedes because there's no imagination. No imagination. That is a totally different film. It's a child fantasy adventure film. But this, on the other hand, has a lot more going for it. A hell of a lot more. I think it's sad when I'm talking about film in 1986 has a hell of a lot more going for it. And when you think about it, 1986 was a damn good year for good films. Think about it. You had The Fly, you had Aliens, you had Big Trouble in Little China, you had Top Gun, you had the 6th Friday the 13th film, you had it all. And you even had this, The Golden Child. And look at this, one thing I will give the DVD. One thing I'll give the DVD, there's only one good thing I'm going to say about the DVD though is, they take the original artwork. Look how cool that artwork is. Look how bladding cool that artwork is. But the DVD is lazy. That's the only good thing I said though. Because instead of putting it on a widescreen format, they put it on a 4K format. Not widescreen, box format. And you know what you get for your features, people? You want to know what you get for your special fucking features? I'll tell you what you get. You get a trailer. Wow! You get a fucking trailer. Rippity freaking doodah. If I want to see a trailer of Golden Child, and just go on YouTube and type in from 1986, The Golden Child. And I'll probably get the fucking trailer. Wow. Oh, what else do you get? You get it in German. So you get Eddie Murphy dubbed in German. That ain't even a special feature. You get that on any fucking DVD. So the DVD doesn't even get any features, and it pisses me off. No, it pisses me off. This, when it come out in 1986, was a big success. It was a big success, but in America, bombed. And I don't know why. Now at the time there was like a competition, because at the time The Golden Child, as you know, was the same name when Big Trouble in Little China come out, and there's kind of similarities. It was China, it was special myths and monsters and fantasy and all that. But the funny thing is, you get some of the actors who was in Big Trouble in Little China, which one day I'll probably review on the road. You get some of the same actors in this, and I think that's bloody cool. So I like it. I like Big Trouble in Little China for one different thing. I like this for another, because in my eyes I feel that this is like Beverly Hills Cop, played by Eddie Murphy, if he went fantasy. And it's very similar, because it starts off where you got a bit of the myths, and you got them in the snow. You got one of the main villains. You might remember playing one of the villains in For Your Eyes Only, and they kill all these monks to adopt this little boy. Now this little boy has magical powers. That's why he's called The Golden Child. And you've got Eddie Murphy. He's not like a detective, but he looks for missing kids. You know what I mean? He looks for missing kids, and you got him, and there's a funny bit in it where this guy, bit of a pervert, and he's looking at a dirty magazine with big chubby women. Not being disrespectful, but that's what he's looking at. And Eddie Murphy sort of like takes the mick out of it. I thought that's that funny scene. And there's some humour in it, but there's also a bit of darkness in it, because they find the missing dude dead. You know what I mean? I thought they didn't really need to show that. And you got one Chinese girl in it. Beautiful girl, very sexy. Definitely weren't shy in this. And very beautiful Chinese girl who obviously meets Eddie Murphy and she tells him about The Golden Child. Obviously Eddie Murphy, I love to see when Eddie Murphy says, "What are you smoking?" When she says that he's got magical powers and he's got powers and evil wants to destroy the universe from Satan and all this. And that's it. Someone said that to you. Even I'd probably say, what are you smoking? Can I have some? So I thought it was quite funny. He says, you know what? No, this looks like this big map. It looks like a roll up. You can smoke it. So I don't like the humour in it. But obviously he has a red team and not a wet one. Obviously he's a bit of a wet one because the Chinese dude is in that. And you got that here that he wants his soul. And that's why they want the totem child. But he goes, he believes in it. I love the scene where he breaks in, he sees bikers to get information. I love the song in that actually, where they've got Eddie Murphy tied up because he gets caught by the bikers, and the Chinese dude just kicks his shit out of him. Does excuse to see a bit of BB because he gets wet, which I know she won't wear a bra. And so he believes and he goes to China. He goes to China. He meets a little guy who cons him, makes him feel sorry for him, and he turns out he's got legs because he's making out he's got no legs. And I'm thinking to myself, I've seen him before. I thought I've seen him. Big Trouble in Little China, and he was also in Prince of Darkness. He was in both, right? He was in both. So I like the fact he's in this. I like the fact he's got to do a test. And he's got to go through these pieces of wood without spilling water. This is fairly impossible. I've tried it. I don't mean I've tried it coming on wood, but I've tried having water. But he manages to do it, and he manages to put his hand in fire to get the sword because he knows water and fire. What happens if you put water on fire, people? What happens if you put water on fire? So he figures it out. Chinks it, puts his hand in, gets the sword. He says that line, "I've got the knife." So I love it. I love the Totem Child. There's no one with the Totem Child. This is the Eddie Murphy I miss. This is Eddie Murphy when he was in his 20s. He had that cockiness. Yeah, he was arrogant, but he was funny with it. He had sort of like a humour and edge about him. And this is what the films I miss. I miss films like this. When you see shit like Human Centipede, what I ranted on, and you know why I ranted on it, and then you see films like this, back in this era, it makes me fucking cry. You know why it makes me cry? Because they don't make films like this anymore. That's bloody lie. But anyway, he finds out where the kid is. Oh, to cut the story short, the Chinese dude gets hit by a harrow and she's dead. Well, he thinks she's dead. And you might meet another guy from Big Trouble in Little China, the one that played the main villain. He's in it. And there's this woman all the way through it. You only see a saddle of her, and she smokes cigarettes, and he uses his temper. He knocks a thing over. She's some sort of like myth dragon. And yeah, she's half dragon, and she's half flipping woman. And he finds out that if he destroys this evil die, and he sold his soul to Satan, who wants some magical powers, at a certain time he would save the woman. So he goes and finds the house, and anyway turns into this evil bat thing. There's a bit of stop motion. Now I miss stop motion. He gets the Totem Child, the dragon's flying about, and he manages to get the knife, destroys the fucking Satan fucking thing with wings, saves the dough. You get that idea it's 1 month later because the kid was bald. He's now got a bit of hair, unlike me, he's going bald. And he walks off. Happy ending. I'm known for films with a happy bloody ending. And I like it. I mean, I like the bit where the villain says, "You do not know who you're messing with." Oh yeah? Well, if you die and stab me, and you put his sword away, do you know how many months they're going to keep it when we go into court? I love you, monkey! You know, and I love it. The Totem Child is one of my favourites. I love the bit where he does that rap. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know, it doesn't take itself too serious. It's fantasy, it's comedy, and you know what's heartbreaking? This DVD is laser because all you get is a trailer. It's not even in fucking widescreen. The only thing it's got going for it is got the original artwork. But you know what? This film keeps the fucking shit out of Human Centipede and some of the shit they raise money on nowadays, because it had imagination, and in 1986, in my eyes, they made good films. This is one of them. The Totem Child. This to me has no rants unlike the Human Centipede fucking fee they're wasting money on, which you already know what I thought about that. I ranted on them. This, on the other hand, is a fucking classic, and they don't make films like The Golden Child anymore. Into then, I do more movies, more movie reviews, and more things on the way. And if you like what you see, press that button and subscribe. Into then, I'll see you soon.